and nations that are in the 4 eastern provinces. I pray your honor to notify all the Indians within your territory, and particularly the Lipans, that on July 4th next I shall, in compliance with the order of the Supreme Government, hold a general council of all the Indian tribes at my house in the rancheria of the Cherokee, 12 miles west of the Sabine River. At this council I shall propose a treaty of peace to all Indians who are willing to subject themselves to the orders of the government. In case there should be any who may not wish to ratify what I propose, I shall use force of arms to subdue them. I beg you to notify the commandant at San Antonio that he shall, for the satisfaction of his people, send some trusted person to aid in the treaty of peace and see how the affair is managed. Should it be convenient, have this letter translated, and have the authorities send it to Rio Grande and Monclova, in which 2 places I left copies of the documents from the superior government. Quote from Richard Fields, taken from the Texas Cherokee, A People Between Two Fires, 1819-1840 by Diana Everett. December 21st, 1826. Several Indian leaders went to Nacogdoches, met with leaders of the Fredonian Republic, as Benjamin Edwards had styled it, and signed a treaty of friendship and alliance. Field's speech during the assembly gave some idea of his people's temperament during those times. In my old days I traveled 2,000 miles to the city of Mexico to beg for some lands to settle a poor orphan tribe of red people that looked up to me for protection. I was promised lands for them after staying 1 year in Mexico, and spending all that I had, I then came to my people and waited 2 years, and then sent Mr. Hunter, again after selling my stock to provide him money for his expenses. When he got there, he stated his mission to the government. They said that they knew nothing of this Richard Fields, and treated him with contempt. I am a red man and a man of honor and can't be imposed upon this way. We will lift up our tomahawks and fight for land with all those friendly tribes that wishes land. Also, if I am beaten, I then will resign to fate, and if not beaten, I will hold lands by the force of my red warriors. Richard Fields, December 1826. Taken from History of the Cherokee, by Emmett Starletter. Excerpt from John Purnell, written to Fields October 4th, 1825. When I last saw you in my house at Monterey, I little thought in so short a time you would have commenced a war against our American brothers and the Mexican nation, more particularly a man like yourself who is acquainted with the advantages of civilization. If your claims for lands were not granted at a time when the government was not firmly established, that should not be a cause of war. Ask and it will be given to you. This nation has always felt friendly inclined toward yours, and I am sure if you cease hostilities, they will enter into a treaty with you by which you will obtain more permanent advantages than you can by being at war.